Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored match build-up ahead of the Fulham game in the Premier League. We've just spoke about the Red Star game for the final word. We're over that now. We've got Fulham in the Premier League. Massive game just before the international break. Look, Ross, these are bottom of the table. We should be going out there showing that we are title contenders. We should just be playing them off the park.
Yeah, even more so after the Red Star performance. I want to see a reaction. I want to see a reaction from Klopp. I want to see a reaction from the players. I want them to put down some sort of marker to say exactly what you just said. Of like, we've had a bad game, but that's it now. Much like the Spurs game last season, things fell apart. It was a disastrous performance, and we found some sort of answer to the problems. And I said on the Man of the Match podcast, we haven't played great all season at all. And last night, I'm hoping is going to be a wake-up call to the players. Go, you can't do that anymore. If you're serious about challenging for the title, go and put down a marker.
Yeah, I mean, John, Fulham have conceded the most goals in the Premier League, 29 conceded. Our finishing wasn't great against Red Star or against Arsenal the other day. This is one of the games.
It's not been great all season, really, to be honest. The front three haven't really fired.
Yeah, great opportunity anyway for the.
Well, I mean, I remember, was it Brighton? I put loads of money on us battering them, and we didn't.
It was 1-0, wasn't it?
I know, and it's that kind of, banana skin, isn't it? Everyone in the world thinks we're going to put 5 or 6 past them.
Yeah.
Because we should. In fact, 6, 7, we should absolutely batter them. But football isn't quite like that, is it? So, be a bit wary.
Let's hope the Fulham players think that as well, though. The amount of times that you see, especially Man City, Matty, Man City go and they score a goal or two and the other team just give up because they're like, well, we're beaten. I don't think we're not good enough to do this. We need to put 1 or 2, start early and then just go, yeah, Fulham, you try and come at us with your attack and we'll just batter you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the way we used to go about things last season, at least, was we used to start people in the first 20 minutes, half an hour, have a little breather, get up to half time, 60th minute mark, do it again. And that's what I want to start seeing again. I want to see the first 30 minutes banging a goal or two, let the other team know that they're in for a hell of a game, and then the heads drop, and then we can just go about our game then and see it out. The only thing that I'm apprehensive about is shades of Huddersfield. I don't want to watch this game and then after the match have deja vu about what we were discussing about Huddersfield, saying how the amount of goals they conceded, poor defence, or they haven't scored enough goals or whatever it was, and we were all saying we'll go up there and batter them, and then lo and behold we still beat them, but they gave us a tough game.
I mean, I haven't seen much of Fulham, but I think the goals against tally says they don't know how to defend, but also that they don't actually try to defend so much. They do see themselves as a footballing side.
Yeah.
Now, whether they try and change that against us, and because we're coming back from Europe, they might expect us to get a bit more tired as the game goes on. They might want to try and hold out early on and then do something later on. It's going to be interesting.
Well, if
they take some confidence from that game, or the Red Star game last night, and think actually we can get at Liverpool. You've got to remember they are bottom of the league and they've been playing crap. They're fighting.
Some good players.
They're fighting for points, and the manager's arguably fighting for his job as well.
Yeah, sure.
So he's going to have them G'd up, ready to go for this game. I know, like you said, we should be battering these, but you can't. Red Star Belgrade is a perfect example. You can't underestimate anyone at the minute, can you?
I mean, you can't, but like
quality says we should batter them.
Their form this season has been 1 win, 2 draws, 8 losses. City battered them. I think Arsenal beat them as well. If we have any aspirations of going far, we need to be beating these. If you look at their best players, Mitrovic, 5 goals, 1 assist. Andre Schürrle, I thought, was going to be well better than he has been. 4 goals, which is all right, to be fair. Michel Seri, 1 goal, 2 assists, and then Ryan Sessegnon with 1 goal. And they're goal scorers and they're assisters. So, for me, we stifle. Mitrovic seems to be shades of the guy who put 2 past us for Red Star. Big guy, he's been scoring important goals for them, but we have the quality in defence, midfield and attack there to just go, no, we're going to do this.
I think that the 2 pivotal players here for Fulham are going to be Schürrle and Seri. I mean, Schürrle's shown this season that he can pop one in from 30 yards as though it's just routine. And Seri is a poor man's Keita, someone who likes to split the lines. I mean, he'll have a dig as well. scored a great goal. I don't know who it was against now, but I mean, they've certainly got a few danger men in the central areas. Shearer likes to drift wide as well, so I think that the key battle this game is going to be the midfield. Their defence, obviously, is a bit suicidal. They don't really know how to defend. I mean, I was watching highlights on Match Today, and they had like a centre-back was in on the right wing, and their other centre-back was on like the left-back position, and they just had space down the centre. They don't really have a clue. But in terms of them coming at us, I think obviously Mitrovic, he's, as you mentioned, you know, I mean, if we're not winning headers, then he's going to be popping goals in if we're complacent. Yeah. So I think the battles to be won here is certainly winning headers and sorting out the midfield.
I mean, I'm hoping that we just decide, well, we're going to attack.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to be strong at the back because they're rubbish. We're just going to go at them. We're going to get 3-0 up by half time. And then we can rest players and relax. You know, I'm hoping that's what we do.
Well, that's it. I mean, you sort of touched on it before, Ross. The mentality after this Red Star game, after the Napoli game as well, after the Arsenal game, a few poor games in there. The mentality of the players and of Jurgen Klopp is going to be, no, we win this game, and I'm really excited to see just how the players respond to that.
Yeah, it's a mad one. You can't keep carrying on supporting like good performance or good effort. He's got a time now where you need the end product. You need people to be ruthless, and I think that was the stage that we got to last season. We stopped being ruthless. We got kind of too nice. Well, if you want to win something, you got to be pricks at some point. You know, look at the Genie thing last night. Of, you know, you could have just cleaned that fella out or tugged him or whatever. Do anything to win, and kind of, I don't know, maybe park your style of play for a minute and just kind of go, actually, we'll do anything to win this game. Particularly the Red Star thing, your performance doesn't matter. It's points at the end of the day. Whereas Fulham, you think, you know, you've got the quality to go out and beat them. Just go and do it. Have some desiring to go and do it. You watch people like James Milner, and just what's infuriates me, of like, he wears his heart on his sleeve every game. Andy Robertson was similar last night. Yeah. Other players need to take note of that and go, actually, step it up a gear. Let's be serious about this now and smash him. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be good to be back at Anfield, isn't it, Matty? We've had 2 away games. I want the home crowd to really sing for this team and just show them, look, all right, not being the best, but we're still behind you, we're still here for you. Get that early goal, get the crowd up, and then just build on from there. Just make Anfield. It's a fortress in the league at the moment. We're brilliant there. Sorry, so that's going to be a big factor for me.
Yeah, I think after the last 2 results, the opposition and the home factor is sort of perfect, you know, to have that response and lay down a marker and say, you know, we're not, you know, we have got the self-belief, you know, the ability isn't in question, the tactics generally aren't in question, but at the moment there seems to be lacking that self-belief. There's the hesitation, there's taking 2 touches when it should just be 1, you know, it's, so I think this is perfect, and if we go out there and get off to a good start, pop a few goals in, I think done and dusted, then we can just see out the rest of the game and see how much we can improve the goal difference. The infuriating thing is we've got this game and then there's an international break. Yeah. So when you're trying to get back on form or get some confidence back in your team, we can go and smash Fulham, I don't know, 3-4, 5-0, and then you have a 2-week gap and it's drained out of you again, as fans and as players probably, because your mindset changes from doing that to being on a break. Well,
I was going to say that, John. How important for you is getting a win just before this international break? Week break and get the win.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm not bothered about the international break. We just need the win. But you know, let's not forget we're unbeaten in the league. We've only dropped points against the top teams. Yeah. So, you know, if we don't win this game, it would be one of the biggest shocks, you know, in decades. It'd be ridiculous.
No pressure. We are going to win this game, everyone. I swear to God, we are going to win this game.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm fully expecting us, you know, just like the Cardiff game, you know, we'll go at it the right way and we'll score goals. I'm hoping they don't get one like Cardiff did. Because we need to get back to that, you know, no one scores at Anfield. I quite like that stat.
Yeah, I did like that.
You know, people don't score at Anfield, and we score loads of goals. It's simple as that.
No, it's brilliant. So we're going to get to the combined 11s in a minute, but first, here's a little ad break. Look, we do loads of stuff on the website. loads of stuff that you might not have seen before, but this is a little clip from the Around the League podcast where Ben gets a little bit heated about the financial fair play stuff around Manchester City.
What annoys me the most about it, though, is that by doing this, there's been a knock-on effect that's affected the whole of the Premier League, if you ask me. So, Man City obviously run away with the title last season because they've been allowed to overspend by Infantino and UEFA. And that means that Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, all the top 6 clubs have to spend large themselves to be able to catch up with Manchester City.
Unless you're Spurs.
Unless you're Spurs. Okay, yeah, Spurs haven't done it. But my point is, as a result, the gulf between the top 6 and the rest of the Premier League has never been bigger. The whole league on a whole is less competitive than it was because look at Southampton yesterday. Some of that defending that was going around, they're playing a different game. They're playing on a different level. The Premier League side, and they used to be a good Premier League side, a well-run club who was pretty much competing top half of the table every season. And look at the teams like Cardiff and Huddersfield, just getting battered every week because Manchester City were greedy and they want to win the Champions League. The day Manchester City actually do win the Champions League will be a sad day for football because it means money has won, and it really, really upsets me because as a Liverpool fan, I'm sat there, we're having a great start to the season and it feels like we're not because Manchester City have overspent. It's like they're playing FIFA on easy with a financial takeover and they can just go out and spend any money that they want and they're going to win every single game. Liverpool have had one of the best starts of the season ever, but it feels like a draw at Arsenal and we're out the title race because Man City have gone and overspent on money and they've just ruined the whole balance of the league. And it just as a Liverpool, I'm sat here like, what's the point? What are we competing for? You can't compete with that. You can't compete with cheating and greed in this sense.
So, I mean, that's Ben was a bit annoyed about it. Obviously, you speak every week about the rest of the league and just where we stand in there, don't you?
Yeah, it's good to have some other topics to talk about other than Liverpool. So, like, obviously says around the league, what's going on and around. So, it's been Man United for a couple of weeks, the mess that's going on there. Got up Spurs, and then this week we were quite lucky, got to give some content thanks to Spiegel with some leaks. And it's just nice to look at things without your Liverpool glasses on and then come back to it and say, well, how does this affect Liverpool and stuff? So it's really good.
Yeah, I did do it in your absence. I did enjoy
about
it.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to give yourself some perspective on the other teams as well, even though it is kind of talking about Man City being boss. But we had United being terrible.
Except
for the
now,
while.
they're cheats now.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
That's what happened last week. That's what we've got to talk about.
There you go. It's brilliant.
And Ben was fuming. I think Ben's still annoyed at it, to be honest. It's 3 days later and he's still...
Genuinely, you had finished the show and he wasn't talking to anyone.
No.
And then he just left. I was like, oh, Ben, I feel sly.
I haven't spoken to him since.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll move on to the preferred 11s. Quite interesting this week. I mean, we'll start with yours, Ross.
Yep.
You've gone for Alisson in goal, Gomez, Lovren, Van Dijk, Robbo as your back four.
Yeah.
Then Fabinho in the holding role with Keita and Shaqiri ahead of him. And then Salah, Firmino, Mane. How can you go for that?
Trent, I don't know what's going on with Trent at the minute. And it's a difficult one. Do you keep him in to try and get his form back up, or do you just take him out the firing line on this occasion after the Red Star performance? Just take him out, let him have a rest. No doubt he'll play 60 minutes for England in a useless friendly that no one needs to know about or care about. But that's a different subject. And then by putting Gomez out on the right, Lovren, Van Dijk centre back. I don't want to sound harsh on Matty, but I just don't rate him.
Yeah.
Don't rate him. He does have his good games. I shouldn't slate him, but I thought he was poor. Just get Lovren in there with Van Dijk and then Robertson. The midfield was a tough one. I think Gini and Milner deserve a break, although I'm tempted to swap Milner for Keita because Milner's got no international football. But I want some creativity in there as well, so Shaqiri's got to start for me. I was surprised he didn't get more game time the weekend before last, knowing that he was going to play at the weekend.
Yeah.
And every time he comes on, he has a little cameo or something, you just see he's just desperate to impress and desperate to perform, and he does. And he had a good run of form before he got taken out, so he's definitely got to start for me. Keita's an iffy one. I just want to see him play football again, to be fair. I think I've missed him, although he was pretty poor before he got injured. And then Fabinho, I think this is a good game for him.
Yeah.
He didn't play on Tuesday at all. Give him 90 minutes here and then that's done. And then the front three, you can't really mess with that. That's the same thing, the front three. It seems to be like every game now, they're going to click, they're going to click. Fulham with the goals that they conceded, they should have a field day.
There you go. I mean, John, you've gone for the same team, apart from you've put Trent in at right back and Gomez in the centre. How come you've put Trent back in there?
My thinking on Trent is that I agree with Ross, he hasn't looked in great form. He probably does need a rest, but if you're going to give him a game, where we're not going to be defending, then this is it.
Yeah.
And he is good going forward. So this may be actually a way of getting him back in, up to his levels.
It's a very
it's about attacking team, yeah. And Fabinho's in. I'd have put Henderson in if he was fit.
Well, there's talk. I think maybe he might come back, but Klopp said he's not playing Red Star. He's probably not playing on the weekend.
Fabinho or Henderson, Holding. Keita definitely needs games. I want to see him get on the pitch. I do think Ginny and James Milner look jaded against Red Star. I think they could do with as long a rest as possible. And definitely Shaqiri needs to be playing more and more games because we need his creativity. We need his passing, his shooting, his energy.
Yeah.
And the front three, well, it picks itself.
If you think about your team, you've pretty much got Gomez, Van Dijk and Fabinho sitting, and then everyone else just going. You're expecting Fulham to kind of be sitting back and we're just going to be throwing everything at it?
Well, I don't know, because you don't concede as many goals as they've conceded by defending.
That's true, actually.
They actually do think they're a footballing side, and whether, the manager said he's not changing his philosophy, well, let's hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's hope they think they can give us a game, And they do have some good players. I mean, we know, Sessegnon and Schürrle, Seri and Mitrovic, whatever you want to call him. They're not bad players. They just don't seem to be getting any. It's not even the breaks, is it? They just don't seem to have a system which stops them getting beat. Yeah,
let's hope that doesn't start against us. If we move on to yours, Matty, you've gone Alisson in goal, obviously. Then you've got Trent, Lovren, Van Dijk, Robbo. And then you've got Gini and Fabinho as a 2. And then you've got Shaqiri on the right, Firmino in the centre, Mane on the left, and then Salah up top. The old 4-2-3-1 on that part of the couch.
Yeah, I just thought I'd keep it to tradition.
Yeah.
Do Chris proud.
Why no Gomez?
I just feel like Trent needs to get some of his confidence back. I don't think anyone's debating Gomez's form or ability. He's going to play for England. What's his name? English manager. He likes the 3. Southgate. So he'll probably slot in there. Mm-hmm. I think Trent, he is a confidence player. He's not a hot-headed player, but he's a player who plays with emotion. Certainly anecdotes off the pitch. He's a very, he's a good lad, but he's an emotional lad, and he needs to kick on and prove that he's back to where he can be, sort of thing. And I think it's a great team to play against in that sense. You've got and Gini as well. I've gone for Gini because he's, he didn't have the best game against Red Star, which is a bit of an understatement, and against Arsenal, I don't really remember him doing much. I don't think. Did he play? I don't even know if he played. Did he play against Arsenal?
Can't remember.
But
that was days ago. Matty.
Yeah, that was a loss ago. So,
but you've gone for the 4-2-3-1 here. Why have you gone for that formation? Do you want more stability in the midfield, or is that going to change? Is Fabinho going to sit? Gini's going to push on? What are your thoughts?
Well, Fabinho, it's partially a psychological thing. It's almost as though he thinks that he plays better in a 2, and that's the system that he's more. And
you just want to get him in the team.
More used to playing, and I want him. I want to gauge how I feel about him, because at this point he's had some really good games, and he's had some games where he's been off the boil, and I'm not sure where to stand on him. And I think this is a great game for him. To get a bit of experience under his belt, especially in the Prem. I mean, their attackers can be good. It's got the ability to be good when they click, but it's not an attack which you worry about. You know, and it's not an attack which, like, if he was isolated, I wouldn't be worried about it. I don't see Schürrle bombing it past him. I don't see Mitrovic bombing it past him. It's not like a Hazard or an Aubameyang or whatever. I think this is a good game for him. And then, but in terms of the attack, in terms of the 3 and the 1, to quote John, I mean, they're not capable of defending. They're not a team that knows how to defend. Seemingly, they're not set up to defend. So if we allocate 4 players to ripping them to shreds, and if you throw in Trent and Robbo,
you'd like to think that would be enough, wouldn't you?
That'd have to be enough, wouldn't it? I mean, if that doesn't work, then what would?
It's going to be interesting if Fabinho, Keita and Shaqiri play together. Our 3 signings in the summer.
That's what we thought the midfield was going to be, isn't it?
It'll be really interesting to see what happens if they do.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've gone for Alisson in goal, Gomez, Lovren, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gini in the 6, Milner and Keita as that 2, and then the normal front 3. I think Gini, he had a bad game, but I really feel like he's brilliant in that 6. I really like that. And I've got Milner and Keita on that. Milner as a covering player is just fantastic. Keita, I really want to see him on the pitch. I really just want to see him get more minutes. His game's been stifled. I mean, he was terrible at Napoli, and I just want to see him have a good game after that. I really feel like he can kick on now. We need them to kick on in that attacking role as well. And what better place to do this? If you're saying they're going to come out at us, we need that player running at the defence, making them retreat. And then you've got that front 3 in front of them who are just, all right, it never clicked the other day, but they're good enough to do it. And I just want that protective cover in case they do. I don't want this to be they're on the break and we've got no cover there. I really just want to shore it up, and I really feel like that midfield's good enough to do that for me. Let's look at the rival fixtures. This is an interesting one for me. So on the Saturday, it's Palace v Spurs. I mean,
tough London derby.
It is a tough London derby. You'd bank on Spurs getting the win there. It is away from home, which might do them some good with the pitch being
difficult
terrible.
place to go to there.
It is. But like, we'd like to see Palace doing a job. The Sunday one's the mad one for me. So we're early kick-off at 12. Then it's Chelsea v Everton at Chelsea at 2:15. Then it's City v United at 4:30 and Arsenal v Wolves at 4:30. Now, I think there's a chance there that all 3 of them teams on the Sunday could drop points.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Every one of those games, it's almost like a 70-30 chance.
Yeah.
Or the 30 being that it could go our way, sort of thing. I mean, Everton's Richarlison. I mean, he's on his day. He's proven that he's probably worth the price tag if he plays as well as he can do. United, I mean, I don't know, you know.
They're a funny side, United, and just when you least expect them to do something, they suddenly get this resilience around them.
It'd be brilliant if
They
they
did it
could
last
get that
season at
way.
the Manchester derby, didn't they? I think they were losing 2-0 and they won 3-2 in the end.
Yeah.
And they did the same against Bournemouth. They were poor first half against Bournemouth, and you're thinking, Bournemouth are in good form as well, actually.
Well, Bournemouth should have been like 4 up,
Yeah,
shouldn't they?
yeah, and you think they managed to scrape a result there, and they'll get confidence from that. It's the same with the Spurs Palace game. Spurs will take confidence from winning the Champions League game, just about last night going into that. But then equally, Palace gave Arsenal a game, and Palace could have won that as well. So I'm holding optimistic thoughts to think something might happen, but knowing now recently it's not going to happen, is it?
I mean, you bank on City just better than United there, but like you say, they could pull something out.
I'd love to know what the odds are on United scoring a stoppage time winner. Because I mean, how many times did they do that? Like I was monitoring the game last weekend, and it was just like, 1-0 down.
Yeah.
They start drawing, and then 90+2, Rashford puts one in.
I saw some stats the other day which said that United do score an awful lot of very late goals, but the team in history who scored the most late goals is Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I wish we could get back to that.
Yeah.
I mean, not
nice
last night, 3 of them.
Oh, weird. Late goals, but we're already winning. You know what I mean? After late goals, after it. I mean, the big one, not the big one, but like Arsenal Wolves is an interesting one. I don't know what Wolves are yet. I know they're a good team. I know they've got good players.
They've had good moments so far, haven't they? But they've had some bad ones as well.
They could. I mean, Arsenal's attack, we saw it the other day, is fantastic. But if Wolves are good on the attack as well.
I mean, he twonked United, didn't he? But I suppose that's not really saying much.
Yeah.
But I mean, Arsenal's defence isn't the greatest. In preparation for the Arsenal game, I was saying that it wasn't the greatest and we've got a great chance, but tactically they're very astute. The individuals aren't great, but tactically Emery's got them running a tight ship. But I'd love Wolves to...
Wolves
to
being a promoted side, there comes a point when even when they start well, they start to drop off.
Yeah.
November is probably the time when we find out whether Wolves are going to last the distance or whether they're going to fall off.
Yeah, no, it is fair enough, but very interesting. I can't wait to see them games and just... Hopefully we can... It'd be nice to see a Chelsea and a Man City loss. It would be. I don't think Everton are going to do us the job.
Chelsea and Arsenal both got Europa League fixtures, haven't they, as well?
Yeah, probably, yeah. And then United play today as well.
It'd be lovely if we've got a 12 o'clock kick-off. If we have a really good win against Fulham, then we can all come back, maybe sit down and watch the other games.
Or have a little siesta and wake up to a few nice results.
We'll have a couple of pints after the game. You won't be able to have them before.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, you could have them before, but like, It's a bit early.
It's a bit early.
It is a bit early.
for
It's a bit
me.
late.
It's been done. Yeah, it's been done before, but no, yeah. I mean, yeah, like I say, I can't wait. But score predictions. What are we thinking?
2-0.
Just a 2-0?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a bit reserved, that.
But I know I want 8, but
Yeah,
I just think it'll be 2.
Okay, John.
7.
Oh yes.
John, yes.
You're making up for them. I like that. I like it.
7-6. No, 7-7.
Late winner. Yeah. Matty.
4-1.
4-1.
I'll see
Okay.
Sheila potting one in from 30 yards.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
No, you know what? I think we're going to get back to clean sheet ways. I really do.
I hope.
Ever since Van Dijk says I love clean sheets and we haven't kept one.
Yeah, I know. But Anfield's the place.
Yeah.
Anfield's where you keep the clean sheets, and yeah, I think it's going to be a nice, comfortable 3-0. We'll be up 2-0 half time, and we'll just carry on from there. But look, everyone, heads up after Red Star. This is the opportunity now where we just go and we shake the cobwebs off and go and beat some teams. Like I say, go and watch the Around the League podcast. If you still need cheering up after that Red Star game, we've got a whole host of stuff that's come out, man of the match, final word, stat show. Just there's vlogs from over there from Paul and Mate, really, really good, just showing the atmosphere, even though it was a loss. Wow, what a stadium. But like I say, everyone, leave your score predictions in the comments below. Watch all the starting 11 when it comes out. We'll be there on match day with all the post-match content as usual. So get over to the website, check all that stuff out. We'll be on the YouTube channel as usual. Yeah, nice one for watching. See you later.